So this is our drizzly day, July 18th. Very rare, and I thought I keep hearing all these like garden YouTubers saying to do a garden tour when it's overcast. Well, guess what? It's overcast. So these are a few of my things. Normally I have umbrellas over them because it's been 108. Even today is forecasted still for 108. It's my little cannas that I planted back there. They're doing so well. That lantana finally started really coming and blooming once we got that major heat come in. My rose bush. Another canna that I put in there this summer. There was a rose bush right here, which is why I haven't finished my mulching yet. We had to pull it out. It got rosette's disease, so I'm kind of just waiting because I have a feeling that one will get it as well. Some sagos. You can see it got really hot this week. It's got new fronds and it's got burning. I'm assuming that's from the heat. Even my aloe is sunburnt. The red tips and red edges. Okay, I'm gonna try to. I had to quickly put my umbrellas down because we had also gotten a little bit of wind there. Okay, that pretty little zinnia just bloomed. Isn't it gorgeous? And that is from, I think it's like some sort of a mix. I don't remember what it's called. All different colors. There's my little pot. The Cocoa Bacopa is blooming again. The zinnias are looking great, except I believe it might be Japanese beetle damage. I'm not really sure though. I had to cover up my poor little foxglove, which it's not a traditional foxglove, it's a hybrid. It says it wants 6+ more hours of sun each day, or at least 6 hours or more. Anyways, I have it covered up with shade cloth on the bottom because Boo keeps peeing on it. And then in the day, like I said, it's normally covered. This whole corner is covered with an umbrella. Except for my hanging plant. That loves the sun. And look at that gorgeous verbena. So I'm kind of acting like the lantana. And the warmer it got this week, the more blooms we saw in that. It's just my salvia. It's a Santa Barbara salvia that I pruned back hard. Really, really hard, but you can see the growth is coming back already. Isn't that so pretty? It's in rough shape. This is one of those ones I took from where it burned in the backyard and I moved him over here. But it's beautiful. Pink is so pretty. Those are my gomphrena, this little thing right here. It's getting new growth on it. I still don't understand the plant. It's supposed to get, I think, 18 inches taller or something, so we'll see. Another transplant within the last, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Gomphrena, we got gazania there. Those just do so incredibly well, almost too well for me. This is a Victoria Blue, I believe. I'm not really sure what those are called, but I sure do like them. They do really well here too. More gazanias. They need to be deadheaded, I feel like, all the time. Once again, not my favorites, but they grow well and they fill a space. There's a little canna back there, my Dusty Millers. Now these are my favorite parts of the garden right here. That's an elephant ear, alocasia, I don't know what it's called. Let's see, a philodendron, spotly philodendron. The monstera back there. Loving this. They love being in the ground. My other big split leaf, or no, it's not a split leaf, but this is monstera. And then I've got some caladiums growing back there, which I did not think they'd grow, but they are. Planted those by bulb, I think maybe in January. Kind of forgot about them. Not really forgot about them, just kind of gave up hope. A local gardener told me, yeah, they'll never grow. And sure enough, they came up anyway. This is my croton, and I have this for a few years now. It was a house plant, but now living in a pot outside, I'll be able to move that to a warmer, more insulated spot during the winter because it's going to need it. These are my foxtail ferns. They've been there a few years. They just keep getting bigger. Slowly, but bigger. My cannas, they've seen better days, better blooms, but they're still blooming. I really need to tune in on how to prune those. little bit more. This is my Hawaiian tea plant. I just planted this probably within the last month. This is another one, Schlifflera, something like that. Got that from the 99 cent only store. It was in a teeny tiny pot, and I put that in, and all that stuff on top is new growth. And that is autumn sage back there. Got that a few years ago, a couple years ago, clearance. There's an elephant ear again. I planted this one the same time as I planted that one over there. And the size difference, was obvious with this one being put in a pot. This is so pretty. This is, I think it's Rockin' Raspberry Salvia. I got those on clearance. It's a Proven Winners one, and it's doing really well, except for like yesterday in the midday, you could really see how it was struggling from the heat. The little flowers were hanging low. Okay, this is another elephant ear, and I got this last year from the swap meet. It was a teeny tiny plant. I actually kind of doubted, but I spent so little that I didn't mind, spending the money on it, with it maybe possibly being a dud. And it is gorgeous. I kept it in the ground all winter, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So now I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to divide it out. Okay, this shiny, pretty little thing, big thing really. This is my fiddle leaf fig. Got this, I don't know, 2019, I believe. And maybe it was 2020 from Costco. It was a huge, beautiful plant when I bought it. And it just continually, slowly died in my house. I tried propagating it, anyways, it never did well. I moved it outside a year ago while it was still in its giant pot, and kept it back in that little corner, which we'll go back there in a minute, but kept it in our shade cloth, and it did really well once I took it outside. But then winter came, and all the leaves just, it didn't do well in its pod in the shade. What happened was it got way overwatered. Forgetting to adjust it for the cold. Still had it on its summer water. Anyhow, now this thing is living in the ground. Let's see if I can, and it literally has leaves all the way up and branches. Look at those. It's got new branches on it. I mean, it is so stinking cool. So I think I'm hoping that it's been hardened well enough, okay, to our summers, and hopefully the winter as well. I'll baby it a little bit if I have to. Okay, more banana plants. They're doing quite well this summer, although I'm seeing I have a funky leaf on it again, and this happened last summer too. So I'm not sure. I've looked it up, and there's a possibility of it having like a bacterial infection, but I don't think it does, because it's not showing its contagiousness to the other plants. So I don't know. I just I don't fret too much about it. Yeah. Anyways, this is one of my most favorite. It's hummingbird mint. I absolutely love this one. It has been in bloom since early, like probably February, and it just is beautiful. So stunning. Back there underneath that shade cloth is another elephant ear, and it gets really super hot, bright, direct sun, midday to early evening, like when the sun is hitting. I just hung this here yesterday. I stuck a log across, but just a petunia. More petunias and sweet potato vine. They're not looking so good, and normally they wouldn't be under here. They need a lot more sun than this, but it's been so incredibly hot. Petunias can handle it well, but these potato vines do not. They will be wilting. Like I end up watering the potato vines so many times a day because they just can't handle that our sun. Here's more of that hummingbird mint. I got these on clearance, and of course these are all Proven Winners. I've got Vista bubblegum Vista, whatever they are. Anyways, all these are super petunias. Gorgeous. I got them all on clearance, and they are thriving. And then these tall grass-like things, those are leeks. So I have those growing up in there. This is actually oregano, a new oregano planting that I added. And then the yellow, you'll see from the other angle, is lantana citron or something like that. It's got a mix of white, yellow, and light yellow. This is my sage. There's celery in there. There's a jade plant. I see nasturtiums coming back. That's pretty exciting. Oregano, thyme, more celery, jade, rosemary. Ooh, big hornet. I kind of love this little planting right here. This is a bambino, fiddle leaf bambino, so it's going to be small, but it's doing so well over here too. Bacopa, I don't really, Lopilaria I think, I'm not really sure, Sweet Alyssum, more Bacopa. They love this little box over here. More petunias. This is a rock and black and blue or something like that, Sylvia, and I love the colors of it, especially with that right there. Just the whole look of it. The bougainvillea is absolutely thriving this year. I was just pruning some actually. There's all my serrano peppers all the way across in the middle right there. Isn't it? That's a habanero. I just picked it the other day. Only one. Got some Sweet Alyssum and marigolds down there. I had to prune those the other day. This is the transplant. We got it from my neighbor. He let me dig it out of his yard, which was awesome because it did really well transplanting here. And then I have some zinnias and some snapdragons, which aren't supposed to do well here in our heat, but they're not doing bad at all. I keep deadheading and just spreading the seeds around there. My little bird bath and my little plants underneath. Some repeats. I got some pincushion. These ones right here with little lavender heads. Those are some of my favorites. Anyways, this right here. This is my gorgeous lavender crepe myrtle. It's my favorite. I actually picked this out at Reimer's Nursery. I think it was in March. I love this thing. It has been, I've been posting on the garden group probably once a week because it gets something or another, whether it be aphids or glassy-winged sharpshooters. The latest thing has been, there were cutter bees. And then big giant June bugs. There's a cutter bee evidence. Anyways, more zinnias, dragons, snapdragons. I've got I forget what this is called, but you can kind of see it's covered up because it got so hot. My little homestead picture I got from the Goodwill. I couldn't pass that up, it was so pretty. And I put it inside, but its frame had some suspicious holes in it, so I didn't want to put that in. I thought, did someone get rid of that because it has termites? Who knows? I wasn't going to take the chance. This is the new plantings I've got back here.